Following the theme of honoring those who have passed on and remembering our love for them, Melody gifts us with a permanent minigame called Homeward Bound that we play in honor of a beloved floof. But how do we unlock and play this minigame? In this video, I'll cover how to unlock the Homeward Bound minigame and how it works. So to start with, to unlock Homeward Bound, there are a few things you need to complete. In order to access the Warm Fur home and start raising a Behemoth fawnling, you'll need to complete the main story quest, Life as a Poem. After completing that, you'll be able to start raising your fawnling, which you'll need to do to get the follow-up quest, A Gift from Afar and a Farewell at Dusk. This follow-up quest unlocks once you have raised your fawnling to the 7th month. On the start of the 7th month, Melody will visit the camp, and talking to her will start the quest, A Gift from Afar and a Farewell at Dusk. Then, completing the quest will give you access to the tablet where you can play the game. To play the game, you'll need to have the fawnling next to the tablet, so you may need to use the recorder to call them over. Then just interact with the tablet and you can select a stage and start playing. The goal of the game is to return all the animals home by forming groups of 3 of the same kind. You can send an animal to the resting spot by clicking on them, and if they have an open path to travel, they will head to the resting spot and wait there until there are 3 total. Animals can only go to the resting spot if there's nothing blocking their path, and animals can only move in the direction they are facing unless a skill is used. Once there are 3 total of the same animal in the resting spots, they'll group up and go home together, opening back up 3 spots in the resting area. The animals don't need to be right next to each other in the resting zone to go home together. There just needs to be 3 of the same animal total. However, if you fill up the resting spots with no sets of 3, then the game will end and restart at the beginning of the stage. This restart is called a rewind, and having more than one rewind will prevent you from getting a perfect clear. Then the challenge ends once all the animals have gone home. In the game, we also get some assisting skills that can help with managing the resting spot. These skills are tied directly to the attributes developed in the Behemoth fawnling growth system, using the 4 attributes Strength, Intellect, Emotion, and Curiosity. There's a skill for each attribute, and the level of the attribute will determine how many times you can use the skill. For example, my fawnling Lucy is B level in Strength, so she is able to use the back skill 2 times instead of 1, like the others that are only C level. The skills are Back, which is the strength one I just mentioned. This guides the most recent animal added to the resting spot back to the main area, letting you undo a choice and free up space. The Intellect skill is Partner Up, which allows you to pair up 2 animals of the same kind so that they share 1 space instead of taking up 2 spaces. The Emotion skill is Call, which calls in 1 animal from the species with the highest count in the resting spot. If there's a tie, then it'll just randomly pick one of them to call. If you have 2 in your resting spot and you use Call, it will call a 3rd one and then they'll go home together. And finally, the Curiosity skill is Turn, which allows you to change the movement direction of a selected animal by rotating it 180 degrees. Each stage has 2 levels of clear. There is a normal clear that you can achieve just by returning all of the animals home. Then there is the perfect clear, which you can get by only using rewind 1 time or by not using it at all. If you use it more than once, you'll just get the normal clear. And now some general tips are: avoid filling the rest spot too early without a clear match. I typically try to only select animals that I see that have 3 with open paths. Sometimes you'll need to move another animal to clear a path, but it's best to keep focused on 1 group at a time to avoid filling up the resting spot. Save skills for times when you're stuck and unable to move. That way you can avoid doing a rewind. And investing in Behemoth attributes, especially for assisting skills that you find yourself using a lot, can be really helpful. Then, after you've cleared the first 8 stages, you'll unlock the Endless mode. Basically, in this mode, you keep playing stages back to back. The skills don't reset between stages, so each run will use the same set number of assisting skills. So if you only have 1 back and you use it in a stage, you won't be able to use it in any of the other stages during that run. Then, whenever you exit the game, you'll get rewards based on the stage level you last cleared. And that's everything you need to know about unlocking and playing Homeward Bound. As a thank you for watching, here's a redeem code from the Perfect Guides team. Good luck and enjoy guiding everyone safely home.